Jamludi, the key takes from what Coach Chico said. I think he mentioned that it's just another fixture for him. Jamludi.
Um, I feel as if okay for the neutral fan, for the internal league fan, this is more than just a game. This is a game with a lot of implications for both teams because one drop point means a lot because even if Oppierif wins, they're a point behind Electrical. Even if Electrical wins, it increases the gap between the two teams. So this is a game with a lot of implications for both teams, and it can basically tell us who the champion will be at the end of the season.
Karabo, key takes from what Coach Chico said.
Well, he sounds very confident. It's a game that needs confidence. Our big games, you need to walk in it like you own it. But it makes sense, you know. I think they played a very tough game. I was here on Monday. They played a tough game. They could win it based on the results, based on the history that he has in this league this semester. I think it's 100% record. There's no way you won't be confident. And on Oppierif side, I think they're gonna have a tough game because it's a confident team. It's a team that knows that they're number one. They have nothing to lose in the game besides dropping 2 points. It doesn't. I don't think it will affect the log that much because what happens after the term is Oppierif has still. I don't know how many games. 5 more games. Electrical still has 5 more games. They can win five. Can Oppierif win five? I don't know.
Jamludi, from what he said. Oh,
Hey, it depends also on the fixtures they have. That's the one thing we also need to take into consideration: the type of games that they have left, the types of teams that they have left. If Kino, I'm wrong, but it depends on the types of games and if also the relegation battle as well. It depends of if those players will be ready to want those type of games against Oppierif, against Electrical. Those are very important games, even for teams that we might think are not as big as Electrical, as big as Oppierif. So any and every team wants points from this point onwards. In all honesty, so to say that it's a guarantee, I wouldn't say it's a guarantee. Every team wants points now, especially if you're down there, even if you're mid-table, you want to be at the top. You want to get out of relegation. It's those types.
Karabo, a lose today, a lose today to Operif and also a win by Electrical today will impact Operif so bad in terms
Mhm.
of the gap. I think
Seven points.
will be
7
now
points.
7 points
Yeah.
gap, and considering that Electrical can lose 3 games in a row, kind of it's kind of difficult to say Electrical.
Yeah. It's very easy to lose a game, but it's very difficult to win against a team that know that they can win games easily. And it might sound like I'm just saying things. The reference is history. Monday, they were playing Sophia Town. I think Sophia Town played their best game in the season, but Electrical was trailing 2-1. I think with 20 minutes to go. Look at the profile that comes on. Rory on the left wing. I don't think they made too much changes in midfield. I think they just made two Kaka off, Younger off. It just tells you that they can have players that come in, replace very good players, come in and influence the game to a point where they win it. I don't know the guy's name, the striker. Causes impact. Your defense falls back. Therefore, you leave space in midfield. And that's where they scored the winning goal. Mish was in the box. How does Mish find himself in the box as a CDM? That space is where they're going to win a lot of their games. The player profile of Electrical, I think, will also win this game today. They can maybe start with a team that looks like their B team, and they can put on an A team. 5 players that can change the game and win it. So it's. I don't think they're catchable at this point. I don't think will they win all 5 games? No. Maybe some team will get away with the draw, but they're not going to lose the league.
Jamludi, let's look at the profile of players. In terms of Operif, I think maybe just to take it away also. Last semester, Operif was maintaining clean sheets. This semester, it's something different. We've seen Amantabo Matuna, they're now away. Who was that player from the port from Mill Junction? He was also playing first semester, but
Sesh.
second, yeah.
Sesh.
Also, let's talk about Sesh also. He has not been playing. I don't know if maybe he's in the starting lineup.
It also depends on the lineup I think they'll put. Knowing Coach Meti, he'll want to put a strong lineup against a team that he knows that this is a title decider, basically. Let's just be honest. This is a title decider. He will want to put his best team. He will want to show that he's still that coach. He's still that coach that can produce big wins against big teams. So it also depends on that. Uh, I do hope they put Abu Sesh, Abu Shikes and less players who can change games, players who can. That midfield battle is definitely going to be one interesting one, especially since Abu Mish, Abu Sesh. Those are going to be interesting battles. Bo Diego. Those are going to be interesting that's going to be I feel the most important part of today. That midfield battle, whichever midfield today is on the its A game, that's the midfield that can basically win the team the game, in my honest opinion.
Karabo, I think because of time, we wouldn't really have time to
Yeah,
go through the team sheets. Maybe enough time that's when we'll discuss the starting lineups on both the teams
sure,
and the changes made by the clubs. I think
sure.
maybe just to predict the
Yeah.
game score for me.
Score for me. Whew, we were doing it without the lineups. Maybe we have electricals lineup.
Okay, maybe let's get
Maybe
electrical
electricals
lineup and
lineup is
see.
here because that might define my prediction right now.
Karabo, no, it's not a surprise that
Yeah,
we can see that Messi is in the
Messi is
starting
gonna
lineup.
start. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah, it's an ace up the sleeve, but this is social. Social is not AW Miller B, AW Miller C. Small spaces, you need to play quickly. The more you keep the ball at social, the more you look bad. It happens to a lot of winners. So I think if he uses his ability to cut in, maybe be skillful on the line, can get a yellow card or two from the right back, or maybe starting from the left. We don't know, but I think it looks like middle of the week. I see Kaka is also starting, so it's good.
I don't know if Cujo in the starting.
Kujo is definitely
Cujo
in.
is in the starting lineup back again. I think in the previous game he
Mhm.
was not, and we can see that there was a gap in terms of the runs that he
Mhm.
made in the side.
Mhm. That's definitely a game changer. Kuto having played against them quite a few times. I know those shoulder drops from experience. So this is definitely going to be an interesting battle between two good teams. Um, with you, yeah, this is going to be an interesting battle with the goalkeepers as well. GG being in. This is yeah, this is